Hey, what's up? This is Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. This is my weekly video blog called Bullheaded, a review of the Houston Texans news, as well as a preview of the upcoming game matchups. Now, this week, the Texans are going to be taking on the Miami Dolphins at home on a very, very short week. They will be playing on Thursday. So, given their short turnaround time that they got just coming off of Sunday's win, I'm just going to keep this show probably really, really shorter than most episodes. So what I'm gonna do right now is just jump right into a recap of last Sunday's win. Um, Basically, this is what I have to say about it. Just a few things from it. Great game, obviously. Great because it was a fourth straight win. I know we on the last episode I drove home the point that the Texans started out 0-3, but now winning four straight after this weekend, taking first place in the AFC South. Just a great job all around. Things seem to be improving. Protection, it seems to be improving, but it still needs a little bit of work. Defense is playing great. Offense is playing great as well. One thing about the offense, we got back to the running game this weekend. Lamar Miller had about he had exactly 100 yards in this game, and that really helped out Deshaun Watson because he really wasn't. He really didn't have a big yardage day as far as passing goes. So definitely a great game, great win. First place in the AFC South. I know before the season started, I thought the AFC South was going to be completely. I will say completely different than what it is right now. I predicted that Jacksonville, with them having their defense and their running game, they were going to be a little bit better than what they are right now. I thought Tennessee was going to be a little bit more competitive, and I thought the Indianapolis Colts were going to be a little bit more competitive as well. Given the fact that they're getting back Andrew Luck, who should be close to 100% healthy. However, none of that seems to be the case right now. And that's no slight on the hard work that the Texans are doing. Really, it's just to say that, the Texans, they look like they got a good shot to finish on top of this division at the end of the year. So, kudos to them. Fourth straight win after going 0-3. But now we got some more business to take care of. Now we got the Miami Dolphins coming up, who's 4-3 on their own right, but they've been having some issues of their own as well. So last two games, actually, Brock Osweiler has been taking the start of the Miami Dolphins. And so every Texans fan remembers Brock Osweiler for all the wrong reasons in the world, obviously. But yeah, Osweiler's starting. Tannehill's been out, and not only that, they've just been having like a whole bunch of other issues. They started 3-0, but they've been 1-3 in their last four games. Their lone win was a win against the Chicago Bears at home, and I think that was Osweiler's first start. But we'll get into all that in a few. But they got the Dolphins coming in. They've been down, like I said, they've been 1-3 last four games. They've been down and out on their luck, and so they want to try to make something happen. But we're not going to let that happen. So here's three keys that the Texans need to do in order to win this game. Number one, Osweiler starting. So one of the things to deal with that is exploit his weaknesses. Knowing Brock Osweiler, there's plenty of weaknesses to go around for you to exploit from him. Whether it's him like holding on to the ball too long, like last game when he got sacked 4 times, or if it's him just throwing interceptions. Now I mentioned the game about the against the Chicago Bears. He actually had like 380 yards in that game. Granted, I'll take that as they had to use basically that whole game to pull off that win, including the overtime in that win. But I will also say this: that was so far that was his best game of the year. But it's also he also threw 3 interceptions in that game. So It's kind of similar to what I said about Blake Bortles. If you force him to try to win the game, he's going to make some mistakes. So definitely, if you this is pretty much the same thing. If you try to make Osweiler win the game, which I'm pretty sure the Miami Dolphins do not want him to deep down in their hearts, he's going to make some mistakes. And even if he's not trying to win the game, he's probably going to make some mistakes as well. So definitely, you have to exploit his weaknesses. Number two, take advantage of the defensive woes of woes. Take advantage of the defensive troubles that the Dolphins have been going through lately. So through that 3-0 start that they had at the beginning of the year, they were averaging, they were holding opponents down to around like 17. And they were averaging opponents scoring at like 17 points a game. The last four games, they just been giving up all types of points. I believe it's jumped up. The opponent scoring has jumped up to like 31 points a game almost. So definitely take advantage of that. You know, they're showing a little bit of weakness. On top of that, their rushing yards has been abysmal. They gave up 500 rushing yards in the last three games. So they've been down in the dumps as far as rushing and passing goes. And so with rushing, I believe that's going to be a huge deal because we can throw the ball. There's no question about that. Um, the thing is about, our run game, it was started off great, then it kind of dipped a little bit, and then this past Sunday it got back to where it needed to be, or where we thought it needed to be. So with that being said, definitely we need to make it a priority to like kind of run the ball, and run the ball as in making it a priority to control the clock. If we can get that going and just make time of possession a real priority in our game plan, we should be able to clean these guys up, man. And it's not so much getting time of possession to keep Brock Osweiler off the field. Never that. It's more so about just wearing the defense down, as you would any other defense. Doesn't matter if they're ranked 28 or 18 or even 8. If you have the opportunity to run the ball and wear down the defense, then that means you're just opening up your offense to go in and do a little bit more play calling, or do a little bit more attacking. So definitely make the time of possession a priority and just take advantage of like the defensive troubles that the Dolphins are having. Third and final thing, or number three, be the more energetic team. So this is a short week for both teams, and ironically, both teams are coming from Florida. However, the Texans are coming home to play this game. They'll be hosting at home, so they'll have the home crowd behind them. They'll have some familiar. Your bodies will be a little bit familiar to, the surroundings or whatever. They'll be able to sleep in their own beds, whatever that mumbo jumbo is that the analysts be talking. But basically, just be the more energetic team. Somebody's going to be tired. You're just coming off a hard fought game, both of them, and you know what I'm saying. You're coming into this Thursday game. There's quite a few players on Miami's team that's hurt. There could be some players on the Texans team that are hurt. Very key players at that. So just be more energetic. Just come out just firing if you have to. Let Watson, try and test some of the plays deep down the field or anything, just to get this Miami Dolphins team tired early. And so if you get them tired early, that should probably help you out for the rest of the game while they're still trying to catch their breath from last Sunday. So definitely be the more energetic team. But that's all I got for this week. So yeah, looking forward to seeing these guys pull off this W on Thursday, and that's about it. So yeah, I'm Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. Holla black.